You ever get sized up by somebody who thinks they know your whole life from the way you dress or the way you walk in a room? Yeah, that's what happened to me not long ago. I still laugh about it. Honestly. Picture this. I'm standing there at the main gate of Fort Bragg of all places, faded jeans, thrift store jacket, clutching my old canvas bag like it's worth something. I guess I must have looked like I didn't belong because the security guy, Thompson, big guy, buzz cut, probably runs marathons for fun, looks at me like I just asked to borrow his truck. You again, he grunts, snatching my bag, dumping out my life in front of everybody. Old compass, loose papers, a battered notebook, even a tarnished military coin I keep for reasons of my own. Now I get it. Base security post 9/11, everyone's on edge. But the way they laughed at that coin, what's this supposed to prove, someone said, and I caught a glimpse of myself in their eyes, just another nobody probably looking for a handout or trying to relive someone else's glory. But then just as they're cracking wise, a colonel walks by, stops cold. You ever see somebody recognize a ghost? That was the look. He sees the coin and everything goes quiet. "Where did you get this?" he asks, voice low and scared. For a second, I almost lie. Instead, I look up and say, "Ghost Eye version alpha." And I swear every single person in that room holds their breath. The colonel snaps. Everyone stand down. So let me back up a sec, because I know you're probably wondering what the hell is going on. My name's Sarah Mitchell, but 10 years ago, folks in the right circles called me Whisper. Signals intelligence, top clearance, the kind of stuff you don't put on LinkedIn. I helped build Ghost Eye, the system that intercepts enemy chatter and turns chaos into order. The brass says it saved 847 American lives, but the only number I remember is 6, my team. We got ambushed because someone leaked our position. Pentagon cleared me, but I knew I should have caught it. So I left no medals, no press, just faded away, became a ghost myself. Now for a decade, I've lived quieter than most people can stand. Small apartment librarian job teaching computer skills to veterans who don't know who I am. Nobody knows what I used to be, just that I show up, help out, drive a beat-up Honda Civic, mind my own business. Then 3 days ago, out of nowhere, I get a message on an encrypted channel I thought was dead and buried. Ghost Eye compromised. Only you can fix it. Turns out some terror cell found a hole in my old code. There's 200 special ops guys out in the wild counting on Ghost Eye to keep them breathing. I didn't want to go back, but what choice did I have? 48-hour consult, that's all I signed up for. Just me, my bag, my father's compass, and every bad memory that comes with walking onto a base again. I walk up to the checkpoint. Thompson's already on me, full drill sergeant mode, acting like he's auditioning for a movie. You need proper credentials. This isn't a tourist stop. He's showing off for the female guard Rodriguez, who starts in on me too, calls me a groupie. Crowd gathers, phones come out. Somebody starts streaming the whole thing online, captioned "another fake at the gate." Comments pile up in real time about my hair, my shoes, my face, how I look lost. People get braver in crowds, you know what I mean? But I just stand there, same way I did on comms during 48-hour shifts in Afghanistan, silent, stone-faced, letting the noise wash over. Thompson flips my badge over like he's got something to prove, says it's fake. "Where's your CAC card? Where's your real ID?" I try to explain I'm a civilian contractor. He laughs. "Right, and I'm the president." At this point, I know I should just walk away, but I can't. Suddenly, Lieutenant Kim, just a kid, coffee in hand, stops dead when she sees my open notebook. "That's Ghost Eye source code," she whispers loud enough that everyone hears. Silence. Harrison, the colonel, steps in and tells Thompson to knock it off, but he's too far gone, says protocol's protocol. So I cut in. "Sector 7 needs Ghost Eye patch in 16 hours. May I proceed?" You'd think I spoke Greek, but the people who matter straighten up like lightning, just hit the ground. Then an alarm blares. Ghost eye failure imminent. The whole base stops. Operators start reporting system glitches live. I'm already moving, threading through the crowd like I've done this every day, and for a second, everyone forgets to breathe. General Stevens appears. He's the kind of man who doesn't get surprised, but he looks at me and his mask cracks. "Whisper," he says. And for the first time, everyone realizes the person they've been roasting on social media is the one who built the system that keeps them alive. Stevens tells the crowd, "She saved my son's unit in Kandahar. He's tearing up 30 years in. I bet he hasn't cried on duty in 20. Ghost Eye identified enemy positions when nothing else could. Thompson's pale now, but he tries one last time. Sir, she has no current credentials." Stevens just cuts him off. "She is the credential." You ever see a grown man shrink right there in public? That was Thompson. Just when things start settling, Major Chen bursts out of the crowd. "Guys, a survivor from my old team, all scars and pain." "You got them killed," he shouts, naming each lost soul. I let him say it all. I deserve every word. I failed them, but I won't fail these teams today. For a second, he looks like he might hit me, but then he just says, "We trusted you. Trust you." Now, I meet his eyes. "Please." Inside the skiff, it's all muscle memory, fingers on keys, lines of code tracing the breach. I find the mole. William's standing there twitchy. "3 months ago, $50,000 went to your wife's account," I say. He grabs for his gun, but I get there first, old compass chain around his wrist, just like my father taught me. He breaks, tells us he did it for his sick daughter. I patched the system guide Bravo team out of an ambush. 9 o'clock, 12 combatants move now. "Thank God you're back." Whisper comes over the radio. It hits me right in the gut. I come out and Thompson's waiting, hands over his badge and gun, apologizing. "I resign." I shake my head. "Keep them. Just do better. Everyone deserves a second chance. I got mine." General Stevens calls everyone to attention. This woman refused every medal, every honor, because the work mattered more than the credit. You could have heard a pin drop. Then Chen steps forward, admits he was wrong. Sarah tried to warn us. Command ignored her alert because it implicated someone high up. She broke protocol to save us. He's crying. I'm crying. Hell, half the base is. Stevens offers me any job, any rank, anything. I just shake my head. I need a ride back to the library. My shift starts at 2. Every soldier there, uniform, stripes, all of them salute as I walk out. Rodriguez offers me a new bag, but I tell her no thanks. This one's been with me through everything. A few more tears won't hurt it. Word spreads online like wildfire. Videos, posts, silent hero revealed. But I just get in my Honda classical music on photos of my lost team, poking through the tear in my bag. Thompson, of all people, catches up, hands me his challenge coin. "You taught me real strength, Whispers," he says. "Some young specialists approach Ma'am Ghost Eye, saved our families. Will you teach us?" I nod. Library Tuesday, 6 p.m. Bring laptops, open minds. Chen asks how to tell his friends' kids the truth. I say, tell them. Whisper still watches over their father's brothers. Tell them the work continues. Sacrifice isn't always visible and heroes don't always get to come home. Stevens confides that the library classes I teach those exercises. They've been updating Ghost Eye all along, code improvements hidden in every lesson. I never stopped protecting them even when I thought I'd left it all behind. They offer me a luxury ride. I point to my Civic. That's my ride. Drive off into the cold sunlight, Vivaldi's Four Seasons filling the car compass. Steady on the dash, pictures of my team forever young. Tomorrow they'll run headlines about the protector who refused glory, and forums will explode with thanks from people I'll never meet. But I'm just Sarah librarian teaching vets to code my badge of honor, a tear in an old bag. By the next week, Thompson's rewritten all his training. Never judge the package becomes his motto. Rodriguez starts a new initiative for recognizing hidden heroes. Chen leads trauma counseling, finally healing his own wounds. Tuesday, The library's packed young soldiers, hungry to learn. I just start the lesson. Open your laptops. Today's pattern recognition. And while the world argues online about who deserves praise, I know the truth. Real heroes don't want a spotlight, they want results. That torn bag stays unmended. A reminder that service is quiet, persistent, and sometimes invisible. As winter sunlight streams through library windows, I help the next generation see patterns in the chaos. A ghost in plain sight, still serving, still watching, still whisper. So what do you think? Who gets to decide who's a hero? Those who wear medals, or those who just do the work? Share your thoughts below, right, wrong, or somewhere in between. I'll be reading, maybe even answering quietly from the stacks, like always.